Во тема на денот вечерва разговарам со Оливер Бургел, потпретседател на германскиот гигант Гересхајмер. Господине Бургел, минатата година ја започнавте инвестицијата во Македонија, кога ќе започнете со производство и до каде инвестицијата?
Okay, let me first talk a little bit about Gereshaimer in general. So Geresheimer is a corporation that serves the pharma and healthcare industry. And we had a very prosperous 2022 behind us. So we raised our top line to 1.82 billion euros. And as you know, we're serving the big pharma corporations on a global basis, GSKs, the Lillys, the Pfizers, and others of the world. And with this being said, and that strong growth path we're having, there was the need of expanding the business. So as you know, we first started here with the plastic business, so the devices business, where it is about inhalers, insulin pens, and other things that we're producing over here, just to give you some examples. And now we're talking about the expansion of the glass syringes. So we're also seeing huge growth potential there, and the market is strongly growing. CAGR is beyond 10%. Which led us to the decision of expanding our business here furthermore. You see, we have a big plot here, which would even allow for further expansion. And we are now strongly beyond 100 million euros of overall investment, taking both plants into consideration, so the existing plastic plant, also as the syringe plant that we're currently working upon. And as you know, we're today here getting ready for a big presentation tomorrow also with the Prime Minister. We broke ground. We're expecting to be operational in 2 years from now, while obviously the qualification in the pharmaceutical environment takes a little bit longer, and that is why it takes somehow 2 years until we're really starting industrial production.
Планирате ли проширување во иднина?
Well, as I alluded to, the plot we're having over here allows for almost quadrupling the plastic plant and tripling the syringe plant. So presuming that the growth prospects we're seeing today are gonna continue like this, and at present we don't have any evidence that this shouldn't be that way, we obviously take into consideration growing furthermore beyond what we already did. So far it's not yet in our operational and strategical planning, while if the successes prove that this is the right place to be, then obviously we're going to take that into consideration. That was already in our base plans, as that was the reason why we went for this big plot over here.
Да, господине Бургел, во време на економска и енергетска криза, кога голем дел од фабриките и компаниите или затворија или отпуштија дел од своите работници, вие вложувате во нови инвестиции и вработувате нови работници. Како е да се работи во време на криза?
Well, let's say the first decision we made when we were about building the plastic plant was prior to the Corona crisis. And obviously we took the decision, and once the decision is being taken and the overall circumstances did not show any evidence that the decision itself is wrong, we said we're going to continue. Obviously the Corona crisis slowed down the ramp up of the plant. So in terms of ramping up the plant already, let me say a year and a half ago, it almost took the last year ramping it up to a certain size, and obviously that was pushing us back, you can say, for almost 18 months. While nonetheless the decision itself, with all the prospects I already alluded to, is the right thing to be done. So the Corona crisis itself did not lead us to change our general plans, and obviously also if you look at the syringe plant, that decision took place almost 12 to 16 months ago, still in the Corona crisis, while we did know that we do have that great prospects in front of us. So we said it's the right point in time to break ground for those kind of things and execute accordingly.
И сосема на крај, зошто и како ја одбравте Македонија како земја во која ќе инвестирате?
Well, I mean, I spoke about that already several times, and unfortunately the situation hasn't changed. So it is really about the ease of doing business. I mean, if you work here with government officials, also with the officials out of the TIT zone, we always felt highly welcomed, and we got a lot of support when it was about how can we improve speed, if it was about getting official green lights that we need for the execution of our projects. And obviously the infrastructure in Northern Macedonia was beyond our expectation, I must say. So it's basically ease of doing business, the infrastructure that we're seeing, and obviously personnel. What we can clearly say, the associates we found so far here in Northern Macedonia are extremely well educated. Language capabilities are outstanding, and that is really what makes us believe that we took the right choice. And obviously with the expansion that we're doing, it proves that we're still fully convinced that is the right thing to be done. And I can tell you we have some big customers that did fast-track approval in our plastic plant simply because they have seen exactly what we have seen. This is the right place to be, and that is why they gave us big expansion projects also in almost like 12 months of qualification time. What in the healthcare industry is, I mean, you can almost say a miracle, because they don't do it that fast on a general basis.
Господине Бургел, благодарам за разговорот.
Thank you very much.